So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So the OPTC Award show is done. I link it in the description below. So if you've not watched it and are interested, I recommend watching that first. But here's my reaction to some of the winners. We won't talk a lot about everything, but if there's anything I have opinions about, I'll voice them. In the award show, they did mention that I do have some hot takes, so I'm always happy to share my hot takes. Basically, my opinion on my hot takes is that I just say what I think without double thinking too much. Like, I have my opinions, I'm open to changing them, but it's not random opinions. Anyway, in this category, I think Uta is fine. I don't think any of this is too controversial. But as said, I really love Luffy and Whitebeard. I'd probably put them second or first personally. Game mode F free to play unit. Well, they got the best treasure map free to play probably there. Otherwise, like Roger is fine, Kisuna Shanks is fine, Blackbird is fine. Like, I don't really know what's missing, but this looks okay. Best treasure map recruit, and yeah, this story is crazy, so he's a worthy winner. As for the rest, like the Robin as a summer Robin, she's fine. Dexnam is fine, but I feel like that's a bit biased due to being summer batches. But Int Jinbei is really good with being able to lock orbs. That's always a really valuable support. And yeah, Kisuna, usually disappointing. I'd say the two best of the year are the Robin and Whitebeard. I'd probably put Whitebeard above. And the Quick Komu was very nice for the buggy Grand Voyage to see actually saw use, so we take those. Best rare recruits, and I'm not going to lie, I was wondering this when watching the show, and I'm still wondering who is the Dex Sorrow. I've tried to look for him, I can't find him. Maybe they said it was my mistake. I didn't really listen to all they said, but I don't know who that Sorrow is. Other than that, I guess the top two is right, Robin and Brook, really good units. Best support unit, Mihawk, seriously underrated. I definitely put him number one, and then just put the others one step below. Like, Mihawk support is too good, sees use all the time, amazing support. Sao is also great. Wave is definitely not ahead of Mihawk though. Like, that's just silly in my opinion. Most overrated legend, like, I think this is a very hard category because I think most people have a pretty realistic opinion of the quality of legends, but I actually think they got a decent number one. Like, I wouldn't call them super overrated, Kairon and the lead performers, but they definitely are not as impactful as you think they would have been. And yeah, just don't see much use. Just needing full powerhouse is pretty annoying, and a lot of the best powerhouses are in the unit, so it ends up being pretty hard to build with. And yeah, Kuma being on this and Shanks, like, those are two of the most shat on legends. People don't understand what overrated means. But they did get a pretty good underrated lane, to be honest. I don't think I voted Robin and Jinbei, but yeah, they are just super solid. A legend you end up using a lot without really thinking about it, but that you are very happy to have. Bonkley being underrated, maybe, but I think most understand that he's super valuable to have. Carrot Wanda, I can agree with that. Halloween Boa, I think she's pretty accurately rated in the community. Versus Bravo, I don't really agree with this, but it's hard because most Super Bravos are fine. And I understand that PvE wise, Uta in a vacuum is way worse than 6-star Uta. But in the reality we live in, 6 plus Uta is way more useful than 6-star Uta because 6 plus Uta is goated into Grand Voyage, which is some of the most meaningful content we got. And in PvP, 6 plus Uta is one of the best units. And yeah, so don't really agree with that, but I don't really have big opinion here. This is a weird category. Best Super Evolution, I do have some opinions here though. Like, I did say I was pretty down on Kiddon first. I kind of changed my opinion a bit, but I don't really consider him one of the best Super Evos of the year. He's not that level of crazy. He's still the Dex kid with minor buffs. Some are better, some are pretty whatever. But like, maybe if Kid also boosts a striker, but now it's just Dex and Riven, so still pretty weird to build around. I can see him being on the top 4, but I probably dump him all the way to 4th in that case. I think the other 3 mentioned are way more useful, and the standouts to me here are definitely Halloween Ace and We Kusan. Both are so amazing units. Best Paradigm team. Int not being here is very peculiar. I think Int is a lot more consistent than any of these others on offense. So yeah, and having both Sion Frisbee feels weird since they are like 80% the same team, I guess. Yeah, don't really agree with that at all. Best new update feature, I agree here. Level limit break, of course. I love that. OPC database is the only one of these I use, so I agree here as well. Hardest content, I think this is pretty much accurate. I think that Grand Voyage buggy, maybe. Well, it was made easier by the law being released, so I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is accurate. And I obviously disagree here. I'd, of course, remove both of the Pirate Rumble modes. Pirate Rumble being on the top 4 is a joke. I don't understand it. That's so dumb. Where's Arena? Like, for me, Arena is by far my favorite. I also appreciate Treasure Map more than Kizuna, but I know the community loves Kizuna, but I wish that they pushed for Kizuna to be improved as well, because Kizuna is such a worthless mode to spend your time on in general. So yeah, it can be fun to team build, but personally, when the team building isn't rewarded, effort isn't really rewarded, that really sucks. And Garb Challenge, well, it doesn't really exist, so. But yeah, they miss it, and I miss the hard Garb Challenges, the 12-star ones. We'll learn new of those. And I wouldn't mind if we actually got new ones and didn't just rerun all the old ones. I never want to do Doffy 1, Revo 1, Whitebeard again. That's just so boring. Like, I could accept it if we got new ones, but not getting new ones and doing the old ones is so dumb. Force of Training is the obvious winner here to me. The game needs long content. It's way overdue. They should definitely revive that. And Colosseum being on this is just weird. Arena is objectively superior than Colosseum in every way. They're the same thing. Also, fun little note. I used to play Fire Emblem Heroes. And Fire Emblem Heroes used to have Arena, a mode called Arena. And they changed the name of Arena to Colosseum. And in OPTC, we had Colosseum. And we changed the name to Arena. I've always found that very funny. But not often I kind of get to talk about that, so. Just thought I'd bring it up. I think that's hilarious, personally. Best level limit break. This is easily the worst category of the all. People are insane here, or more likely just uninformed. The top 2 here actually have near worthless level limit breaks. I think the confusion here comes from the hype of the 6+ getting mixed up by what they actually get from the level limit breaks. Like, this is insane. Kid, he gets minor buffs to his captain in like attack and stuff. He gets a very minor special buff, like Bomb Warps does 0.25 extra damage. Like, that's nothing. It's irrelevant. It's like the worst level limit break buff test special in the game. And then in PvP, sure, he's good in PvP now. He gets some buffs, but it's still small buffs. If you don't have level limit break Kid, it makes almost no difference. It's insane. I also want to note, for sake of accuracy, that I think he removes a bit more damage reduction with level limit break. So it's not like totally everything worthless, but he shouldn't be on this list. It's insane. He shouldn't be here. Not Halloween Ace either. Ace is very similar. Very minor buffs to Captain in numbers. And in his special, everything he got is that if you have 6 tandem orbs, you change orb buffs to 3 times, which is really good. But in the end, it's a meme. You're not going to use that ever really, unless you really try to use it. Like, these two are 2 really good 6+ this year, but their level limit breaks is awful. Kusan could be here, I put him low, but most of this list should be old legends getting amazing level limit break stuff like Bullet. And I don't even think Bullet is the best one, even if you got a good one. I'm not going to name stuff that should be here, but there's a lot of potential, and I was just sad by seeing this, but I guess we need to do a better job highlighting this stuff to the community, because I think this is a great category that was really wasted by people bandwagoning on recent 6+s, so whatever. That's Super Swap. Not much to talk about here, I guess I agree. Yeah, I think they got the top 4 right. Not much to say here. Same here, almost. I'd bump up Shanks a bit. I'd remove Law and replace Law with Kid for sure. No idea why Law is third. Like, I guess it's for Grand Voyage only. But apart from that, Super Tandem Law is not really seen at all and not that amazing. Like, you want to use other Super Tandems over Law in most cases. Most mid-legend, very red category. And yeah, I don't know what the mid-legend is. Valuable legend, this list is also just awful. Like, come on. Roger, like sure with the Grand Party he got some relevance back, but other than that, he's not really used. If you use Roger in PvE, it's just because you need one copy of Roger to like meme with resisting the buff removal thing. So, you know me, if you see Roger in a video, you know why I have Roger. It's to resist the buff removal, no other reason. And sure, Grand Party, but other than that, Roger doesn't see use. Like, sure, maybe as a support, but other than as a support for stats, I won't even notice if Roger disappeared from my box. And as glad as I'm here to see the Straw Hat Pirates, the Psy unit, like how they made any list is beyond me. Like, did they mix up the 2 Straw Hat Pirates? Like, but they didn't do that for any other category. Like, there's something weird going on with that second place. And yeah, the last 2 are pretty valuable. I can see them in the top 4 at least, but yeah, those top 2 is weird. Band of the Year, no opinion. I don't really remember the details like that. Moment of the Year, release of Level Limit Break for sure, and Grand Voyage release. Grand Voyage not here, disappointing. Best artwork, I don't really care, but the winner is fine, I like that. I also think the winning ink is fine, but as said, I don't really care about stuff like that. Best up-and-coming content creator, Garb Challenge Guy won. I don't really watch his videos, but I've seen a few. Oberto, but I heard he quit, but I've talked with him on Discord a bit. He's a cool German guy. Not really interacted a lot with the others. I know Reaper makes teams for current content and such. Don't think I've seen on my Wabaka with. I want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to 2 members of my subreddit Discord that are very active and upload regularly. It's Nitrosage and Spidey. I leave links to them below. They both make a lot of cool stuff. They are worth following. And I think they should have been nominated at least, but maybe next year. So yeah, give them a follow. Link down below to their channel. OPTC Video of the Year, and obviously I made this list, which made me happy because I honestly was surprised to see what everybody nominated. Especially Stump, because Stump has made a lot of great teams, and he nominated a pull video, which seems to be a fun one, where he gets like destroyed going for Super Tandem Shanks dupes. But I really think that we really should push the quality content with team building more. So I was a bit disappointed by that, but yeah, we got 2 at least, me and Subconscious. Subconscious is probably better. I should have probably nominated a Grand Voyage video since I made a lot and I become a bit famous for my Grand Voyage videos, but I really liked my team, Nostal team with Uta versus Kid Force. I think it's a great team, uses some whack stuff. It's a very Chauzu video, so I went with that. Next year, probably some Grand Voyage video. But yeah, Toad winning is not a surprise. He's really cool. I don't really watch a lot of Toad's videos. I guess they're not really aimed at me primarily. But I think he's a great voice for the community. He does a lot of great work. And yeah, he's also very cool to talk with. He actually talks with the quotation marks common folk in Discord and such, which I appreciate. And Content Creator of the Year, of course, Toad. But my surprise here was that I made number 3. And I was actually shocked to see that. Because when I saw Subconscious getting 4th, I was like, there's no way I get above Subconscious. I guess I finished 5th. And I was like, who came 3 then? I couldn't really remember all of the people on it. But personally, I'm happy. And I'd agree with this top 3 personally. Like, I think you have to add the perspective of Content Creator of the Year that while the average quality of a Subconscious video is higher, I'm not going to disagree with that. He does put out content a lot less frequent, which is fair. But I know people appreciate like a steady stream of content, interesting content, varied content, and I think I put a pretty good effort at that. Like, sure, I have some reoccurring stuff, kind of what to expect from me, but yeah, it's both varied and not exactly the same as what other people do. So yeah, I'm just happy that people appreciate it. Like, we're a small community, sure, but like just getting positive feedback feels nice. Like, speaking personally, like, sure, this is a hobby, but it's an important hobby for me. Like, it's what I spend quite a bit of my free time on, and it's because I enjoy it. I enjoy actually playing the game, building teams, but having other people appreciate what I do just makes it even more fun. So yeah, I'll quote Toad there with a heart. That's what I felt after this, and honestly, this was such a huge boost in motivation, so I just felt like doing more videos after that. So yeah, this is going to carry me for a while. And then probably in like February, I have some OPTC depression again about the current state of affairs. And then we get some cool stuff dropped in like any times, and I'll be hyped. And then when we get to like August, September, I'll be really down again. And the cycle goes on forever until the game dies. Something like that. Anyway, very happy about getting 3rd. And I can't believe how close I got to Stump as well. But yeah, worst lane of the year. I talked about this. I don't really agree. My vote went to Nami and Usopp, actually, who I'm just very disappointed with. But in retrospect, I don't really agree. Like, in general, I think the average quality of Legends is so high. Like, think about it a bit more. I think we should probably put Garp there. I don't think he's as bad as they say, and he's pretty unique. But yeah, he's still not that amazing, let's be honest. So I probably put Garp first. Think about it a bit more. Orochi has no point being of this. Like, sure, I can see the point of Orochi being a bit similar to 6 plus Uta, but Orochi does a bit more with the special CD reduction and stuff, and he also always can reduce his CD when other driven powers use specials, so you can use him pretty fast. And he also has some captain potential, so yeah. Uroge, I don't think has any business being here. He has some cool potential uses. And Kuma, like, it's pretty ironic for me that Kuma is so hated, and then people love Garp Challenge, and Kuma is such a beast in Garp Challenge. He's the most fun strength captain to use in Garp Challenges, and people just hate on him. I don't understand it. Like, if they just start releasing more Garp Challenges, people actually use Kuma, and maybe they'll see the light like I have. But yeah, I love Kuma. Legend of the Year, can't really complain here. I can agree with the top 4. What I can't agree with is that Cat and dog weren't on the list. I can't remember who went through most valuable legend. We did with Roger, like cat or dog not being a most valuable legend is a joke. They have been so valuable. Like, I'd say they are my most used legends of the year. They are just amazing in every single game mode. PvP, every strength team has, every Dex team has them. Dex is very good. Like in Arena, they destroy. They are great in Treasure Map. They have uses in Kizuna. Like in every mode, they are very good options to use, and they are not on here at all. Like, that's just crazy to me. Shoutouts to Cat and Dog, we too. That you are my Legends of the Year. I'll give the reward to you. But yeah, that's my reaction to the OPTC Awards. Shoutouts to the crew who put a lot of effort in it. And yeah, just happy to talk about it. I'm not sure how to end this video, so I'll just say thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.